Hi, this is Carol Harnett with the One Take Work.Love.Play Daily video blog. And I'm following up on the theme that we've been following this week, which is happiness. Happiness in the workplace, happiness and how it impacts healthcare costs, happiness and how it impacts you in general. And I get a fair amount of teasing, nudging, cajoling about why I'm going down this route of happiness versus the traditional wellness route. And I just finished writing an article for a client, and I'm about to finish my column for HR Executive, my new one, which is on wellness bullying, believe it or not. And I have concrete justification for how I've come down this road. You know, how does a physiologist start talking about people's brains more than I really start talking about their bodies? And as I was writing this column on employee assistance programs, it really fell into place for me. How did I wind up in this place? And it's been a long evolution. And here's one fact I just want you to think about today. When you look at where employers have their greatest opportunity around health and wellness and prevention, what you need to do is you need to first look at the common illnesses, the common diseases. Unfortunately, it's starting backwards, not looking at opportunities, but the challenges. You look at their prevalence, obviously. You look at the percent of people who are being treated for which really great treatments are out there. And then you look at their reports for how does that impact them at work. And a really simple way to do that is to just report on how many days lost that they've had relative to this condition. And when you do that, from Ron Kessler's work from Harvard, what you find is some of the top 5 conditions are things like depression, GERD, which is gastroesophageal reflux disease, sleep problems, back and neck pain, and anxiety. Those are the top 5 in research that he's done. And you would think when you look at that list that back and neck pain would be the place to start because it's got the greatest prevalence. About 25% of the American workforce reports in any given year that they have back and neck pain. And then you look at the percent prevalence of treatment, and there's a lot more treatment probably in back and neck pain. Not saying the quality is always great, but there's a lot more treatment. And you look at the amount of days that people report that they have lost due to that condition, and then you look at the total cost from a lost days perspective if you're in the workplace on per 100 employees. And what you find is fascinating because with depression, what you see is that while prevalence is only about 8%, so about a third of what back and neck pain is, the opportunity for treatment, so few people get treatment, and then the effectiveness of some of the treatments that people seek. And then you look at the amount of time people say they're losing, you find that in the American workplace that it's almost double the amount of time per 100 workers for people that are experiencing depression than for people experiencing back and neck pain. In fact, with back and neck pain, people, for every 100 workers, you lose about 60 days a year. And with depression, you lose almost 113 days per year. Huge opportunity there. And then you couple it with the larger spectrum in America and even worldwide for how mental health in general or emotional health, which feels easier to talk about, is prevalent in the U.S. And then you find that you're at 26% of Americans in any given year struggling with some kind of an emotional health issue. And layer on top of that the economy and caring for your aging parents and your aging kids. How come parents just age, kids age too? And then things like identity theft and online privacy and your over-mortgaged home. And we're really looking at a significant issue. And the thing is that the 5 conditions I listed, depression, GERD, sleep problems, back and neck pain, and anxiety disorder, that's what's driving the major cost and the major opportunity exists. So why did I get down this road of happiness? Generally a happy person, still participating in the Harvard study, tracking your happiness, and learning a lot of things about myself. So I'm generally a happy person. But happiness is the one thing that we can influence positively for people, and we'll get immediate return on investment. More about that another time. This is Carol Harnett with a One Take Work.Love.Play Daily video blog, and I hope you've had a great work day, are going to enjoy your loved ones, and remember, if you haven't already, to get in some play. Thanks.